Hello everybody, it's Wednesday evening and yes, it's the first show of the league setup. This doesn't include yesterday's player auction, which was a full success, and we will touch on that and who the teams are. But yes, we're very excited to be here today. We have a jam-packed show and a great panel of guests to take you all through it. You would have seen the shootout happened this last Sunday. What a challenging shootout it was, and we'll break it all down. We've got the champion captain, Jamie Sherry, on the show so that he can boast, because he's got a whole year to boast, and I'm sure that he's sitting with a trophy right next to him, probably polishing it and not going to give it to anybody else. And then we got Frikkie as usual, and then we got Ryan, our stats man, who's going to explain all the handicap changes and add his 2 cents to how we move forward in the Duckhook leagues. And we've got Donnie. We like having Donnie on because we can prick his brain. And I've got 1 or 2 questions for Donnie. And Donnie is also a champion of the Thursday League. And Donnie is playing both games this week coming. So sit down, relax, grab a beer, don't buffalo, and let's enjoy the chat. Send us your comments. And let's get right into it, everybody. Let me say hello for the first show of 2025. Here are the panel. Wave, everybody. Wave.
Smile away, boys.
I'm going to leave the first comment to Jamie here at the bottom. Jamie, have you had a few days?
Good evening. Good evening, Ducks. Good evening, the Thursday Legends. Our trophy. It's finally dry now after Sunday. It's been the last couple of days drying everything out. But yeah.
We will definitely
I've been polishing my trophy a lot, Maz.
I'm sure. We'll definitely touch on the conditions we had. It's probably the most challenging conditions, and we must give a big up to the guys because they fought through. Some could have fought through a bit harder in the rain, but we fought through and we made it happen. Golf isn't supposed to be easy, and hopefully that's the most challenging round we have this year. That's all we can say. Donnie, nice to be a champion. Have you won the shootout before?
Yeah, that's the third team that I'm part of.
Wow.
Actually won it the 1 year with Richard Stewart and then Donna.
So you won the first one.
Yeah, and then now with Jamie. So, but I'm happy to be part of the first Thursday team to win this. So yeah, no, it was a great bunch of guys and good camaraderie and everything. So yeah, very, very happy.
Fantastic. How do we go about getting stars? I mean, the Thursday should have 1 star on their shirt going forward, right? Even though you didn't play in that winning team, but there should be a star so that we know. Frikkie, you got plenty. You would have 3 stars.
Well, shootout, I've got 2 stars. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
2 stars. Ryan, thanks for joining us. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. Very good. No complaints. Yeah, Shootout was a bit of a challenge, and I'm one of those guys that just absolutely hate wet golf. So when it was wet, it was very challenging for me. I mean, club slipping and all that. But yeah, and it was good fun. Let's put that all aside. It's Shootout's always fun to play, and I mean, the teams like to go against each other. So yeah, no, it was good fun.
Fricky, what does it feel like coming last?
Look, it's not the first time I came last, but I think it's the first time that I made 0 points. So that
Yourself.
wasn't fun. Yeah, unfortunately.
Would it have
the
made
two
any
teams-
difference if you made 3 points?
Yeah, actually. So I did the calculations. If I actually, with Mo, I took the two team games and I made a point, then yeah, we would have been there. So yeah, oopsie, sorry.
Well done, Captain.
Well
Yeah,
done.
sorry.
Led from the front, Fricky. Led from the front.
At least I got my team spirited up, and we had some nice
You
little
did.
stuff.
He did,
So,
yes.
yeah.
I just wanna say something.
Mm.
The Maverick on top of me on the show has saw his goose on the Sunday.
So his plane is still in the forest. He had to eject somewhere.
Yeah. But look, it seems like I still have some value. I mean, I was the highest, what rank, well, not ranked, but the paid person yesterday. So, 0 points, but it looks like the guy still had motivation for me to do something in the team games.
Well, at least you didn't lose by a bonus point.
Not yet.
Not yet. Let's quickly go to the chat line because we do the show for the guys who are watching and the guys who are interacting with us. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth doing all this admin. So, Nico Kruger is right here, winner of 2 events in 2025. And a little birdie tells me, well, that's him, that if he wins 2, he's going to join the cult, Fricky.
Yeah, getting at that too.
Yeah. So, I really hope he wins 2.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Look, I think we're creating our own little Yellowstone branding here. So, yeah, I think it's a Duckhook branding now. So, if
Member
you want to
for
be
life.
part of us, get a brand.
Gerda Sneeman says, hello. Frana is watching once again. Doesn't miss a show. Goeienaand, duckos. Gary Mansfield, hello, gentlemen. Nice to have you watching this time around. It's less admin, I'm sure. Martin, not ducks. Hansi, hello, my fellow Thursday champions. Very cool. And the rest of the clowns. Andre Wessels, hallo almal, Nico Kruger, and to Hans Vorst, die grootste Cleon, which I assume is clown. No?
Yes, most probably. Let's use that word rather.
Which Vorst is he talking about?
Hans Wors.
Hans de Vorst. Wie's Hans? I don't know who Hans is. Kieran. Oh, Hansie. Oh, so he's talking about Hansie's Vorst.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Oh,
The
I
mafia.
I see. Kieran Reynolds, evening everybody. Vimpy, hello Vimpy, nice to see you. Yaku, Lekker boys, gladiators for life. I thought that was coming. Lucas, thanks for joining us. Can't wait for the season to kick off. Neither can we all. Brian, very happy. 3rd show in 1 week. Welcome to 2025. Okay. Kim, Gary, well played Thursday League. PJ is there watching, and Ian is watching. Hello, Ducks. Okay, Nico. Did someone call a gynecologist for Leon Oosthuizen because he fell his hahuna off? Right. Gerard's watching Granville. I have Africa. What tree? Neeman. What tree is Neeman? He says. The tree is a tree because of all the rain that fell across, if you know I have Africa, between the 16th and 17th, blocked up the whole thing. And we probably still had 4 balls to go through there. So they had to detour like 10 minutes around the golf course to get to the 17th to complete and get their points. Pimpy says it was very difficult with the rain. Evening all. Barry says, hello, Barry. Welcome back, Barry. I'm sure you're used to the coldness from your trip overseas. And Gustav is watching. Hello, Gustav. Yes, you crazy ducks. He says, let's see your shirts there, boys. Let's see that little Yankee. There it is. Thank you, Donnie. Very nice. Yeah, not bad. Well done. And Rudy, nice to have you watching. Mark is watching. Mark is watching on Facebook. Mark, I hope the subtitles are working. Give me a thumbs up if the subtitles are working for you. Right, let's get into it. Okay? Before we get into those things, I want to remind you that it's officially the start of the season. And this is what we have coming up. You can scratch off the team shootout because now we're on Thursday League Ruimsig tomorrow. From 7:40, they've moved us back a bit. It's always nice when they give you tea times, and then when you send them the things, they say, no, we changed it. Great. Modderfontein is now on Sunday, and Sunday 2 is in 2 weeks' time at Wingate. So keep the bookings coming. Modderfontein has got a good field going. And don't forget, if you need a shirt, Frikkie.
Yeah, well, so yeah, you can go onto Driven Golf's website. There's also a discount code, so make sure you do get the discount, and Jaco will sort you guys out. It's a
Right.
lovely shirt. I must be honest, this is one of the best looking shirts that we've had for quite some
Hmm.
time, and I love it to bits. So yours is also in the back, and yeah, so I'll give it to you on Modderfontein, your other
Look
one.
forward to that. Really look forward to that. Okay, everybody. Well, we know what the main prize is at the end of the year, and that is a set of irons. So if you're eyeing a set of Strixon irons and a great bag, then you have to you've got to play. How many events, Ryan?
Plenty.
Plenty. Well, half. You got to play half.
Half
You got
at least. Yeah, you've got to
21.
play at least half this.
And then for some people who are new, and if you are new and you've joined us for the first time, thank you for joining us. So we'll try and break things down for the new guys as well. If you are new, this is what our current 2024 player of the season got.
So gaan we nou oopmaak en dan gaan ons 'n bietjie kyk wat is daar binnekant. Wow. Check net hierdie bad boy. Stand back. Baie dankie aan Duckhook, baie dankie aan Strixon dat ek hierdie awesome press kon gekry het. Ja, was 'n rowwe season, was 'n moeilike jaar geweest, maar en dan al die mense by Strixon en dan obviously ja, al my vriende en spelers by Duckhook, it is awesome en ja, dit is 'n voorreg om deel te wees van Duckhook. Baie dankie Strixon.
Yeah, and how many rounds have you played since the shootout? Because he took him out for the first time, and then he had to deal with the weather. Fun and games. The bag is awesome, Gary. I must agree. I have the same one. Kara says, I'm new here. Please spell everything out for me. I'm sure you don't know anything, Kara. But thanks for watching. And then Nico Kruger says, isn't Ian supposed to be playing in Dubai this week? No, he's not. He's playing Thursday with us. Okay, where do we go now? We're going to go to the shootout, everybody, and show you that the Thursday League team, there it is, Jamie. Take us through the winners of the trophy.
What a fine bunch of looking men there. So we got Grant, the infamous Grant now, Phyllis Kruger, Peter Prinsloo, Carl Valamuren, Simon Mayer, Leon Oosthuizen, Hansi Hamman, Kevin Ho, and Nico Roots.
And Jason Ivans and Donnie Geldernes.
And Jason. And Donnie and Jason. So it cut them off. There we go. I can see them now. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
I think one of your comments
How could I forget you, Donnie?
that what makes the victory even sweeter is that the handicap range that your team had, much lower handicaps compared to the other teams. So was it a surprise in the end that you got it?
Yes, it was. We got 4 guys that are under 5, and it's a tough ask for them to go up and give the amount of strokes that they give other guys. So, and then we don't. We have 4 other guys that are sort of around 8, 9. We got I think we had 2 11s, 12, and then Leon and Carl. Leon and Kubas a bit higher, and Carl had a round of his life a few days before and got cut by 7 shots, and he was our wild card to add a bit of the high handicappers. we were up against it from the get-go, really. But I think also the weather probably played into our hands. These guys are fantastic golfers, and they could probably cope with the conditions better than maybe a mid to high handicapper. So although we nearly got pneumonia, it probably played into our hands with the weather.
For sure. Don, you want to add to that?
Yeah, no, it's I totally agree. It's like obviously it's like a lot of the single figure golfers, it's like will know how to play in that weather. A good example is like I played against Wayne in the afternoon, and he was hitting like stinger drives and stinger second shots, and I think that's what most of the guys I think did in that weather, is just to try and keep it in play. off the tee box, and then from there it's like just get it on the green, and then from there hopefully you box a putt. But like Jamie said, we had such a low range of handicaps, and I, considering how the last few you can say it's like shootout titles went. When I heard that we won, and I was like, really, I said to Leon, "Is like, are you joking?" He's like, "Is it an April Fool's joke in January?" So no, well done to the team. I'm proud to be part of it.
Well, I'm going to show you the winning moments when it was announced and some of the comments, and you can see the excitement in everybody's face. I'll apologize now. The big video, I really haven't had time to get to it. So next week we'll have the big video. Thank you, Martin. I'm sure Martin's sitting, and the only reason he's watching is to see this video, seeing that it's shot. Well, he sent me almost 160 videos and photos to go through, which I'm very appreciative of, but that does take time to make something really cool out of. So this is the end stages, everyone. And I'm also going to apologize because now when I listened back, one or two guys said, but you said 14. What I meant was the winning team was on 14 points, and I don't know, but we all know what I meant. So here we go. Oh no, hold on, not that one. This one. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? This one.
So the team who's got 13 points is Sambora.
Jamie, captain, how surprised are you? You are the champion, the shootout champion.
I tell you what, at 6:30 this morning, when he rocks up and he's just in his pants, I didn't think we had a chance. We didn't have a kit. And then drunk golf's the way to go. Apparently, he was our best player. He's not going to remember a thing tomorrow, but he was fantastic. So that's amazing. Anything to get one over Fricky's always fun. So
onto the honours board. Jamie Sherry, Thursday League champion.
Yes, awesome.
Jamie,
fantastic. Thank you.
The best captain. I must say, he carried me this morning. I didn't think I'm gonna last this whole day, but it came through. Jamie just carried me the first 18, and then I sobered up a bit, and it was a lacquer game, and I'm so freaking glad Thursday League got it first time. Is it the first time? Thursday League getting a trophy. Freaking well done, boys.
And proper golfers. None of these 20 handicappers. Proper golfers. Single figure handicappers.
Exactly.
Come through. Finally.
Great surprise. Unfortunately, I didn't contribute, but this is the important one. So congratulations to everybody. Thank you to all the team guys.
Quibus, you're a champion. How are you feeling?
On my first team event as well. No, I'm thrilled. I played with Hans. He's such a good player, and he's a good influence. I mean, he sort of kept me calm and everything. And I actually contributed a point in the singles, so I'm very happy.
It was a massive surprise. Winning a shootout. Happy with the Thursday boys. I think everybody played their hearts out. It was a wet day. I'm full of rain, to be honest, but excited, truly excited, and well done to the other boys.
Yeah, it was a good day, a really good day. I had a good partner. We had 2 in 1, and the last one we halved, but it was good. It was cuck golf the last four holes, but we won it. I came all the way, done.
Kevin, you're a team champion.
Yeah.
Are you surprised? How are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. A bit tired from all the rain and all that packing and dry and stuff, but managed to get there. It was a long round, but all worth it now.
How did your 2 rounds go?
We won the first one 3-2, lost the second one 4-3, and the visual. Apparently I won by 1 point, but I'm not sure.
Beautiful, gents, beautiful.
Leon.
I'm sure Leon's got a bit of a bruise after that. Leon says, Grant, don't spray me. This is the only thing I've got that's dry. It's true that. Didn't listen. I was a little disappointed that you only had 6 of your 12 representatives there. The rest left. So it is what it is. but you won it.
The proper golfers, they left.
Yeah. Let's go through
The
some of
good
the
ones
results.
left.
Yeah. Let's go through some of the results. We started in the AM. We started really early. Everybody did well to get there on time, except one person, but we won't mention names. And then Sunday 1 took on Sunday 2. So I'll go through my pairings, which I was part of the Sunday 1 team. And well done, Frikkie, because you lost and started your day on a great note to Shannon and Gerard de Bruyne. How did that game go quickly?
Mazda, the game was actually great. I mean, we were 2 up, I think, at some stage, and then Gerard and Shannon just started making birdies, and that kind of killed us. Maurits was hitting the ball quite far and in the bushes. So, well, yeah, but it was lekker, man. In the end, me and Mo, we just couldn't capitalize on that birdies that these guys made, and 4-2 in the end. So it was sad for us, but it was still a lekker game there.
Going to my game, I played with Zadesh. Over the whole day, we actually really played well, but we ran into Kun Senior, and he was snaking in putts. And for somebody with that handicap to always have a putt for par makes it very difficult. So at the end, they won on the 17th, 2-1, but we really fought. It's not like we played badly at all. So that point also went to Sunday 2. Then if you look down, Ashley apparently had a great game. He was actually made the most points from a highest point perspective. So him and Vaughan won 4 and 2. Match 4 also went to Sunday 2 with Brian and Donna winning 1 up. Match 5, Wayne and Peter Zach winning 4 and 3. The biggest of the morning for Sunday 1. And then an all-square match between George, Barry, and Yaku and Frana. Let us go to the other 2 teams that took part, and that was the Thursday versus Barbarians. 1 up to the Barbarians straight up with Fats and Bernard taking down Jason and Carl. And then Quibus and Hansi also going down to Lucas and Mark. And Jamie, tell us about your game, all square against Riyadh and Kyle.
Yeah, it was. We had a slow start. I was kind of babysitting a drunk guy and kind of just having to point him in the right direction. So we went down. We were 2-0 down pretty quickly, and then we got it back to. We went 1 up coming down the last, and Kyle held a great, probably about 15-foot putt to win the hole off us, so we finished all square. So it was a good game, neck and neck, pretty much the whole way round.
Nice. Peter and Simon taking it for the Thursday as well, 2 and 1. Donnie, take us through your game. You'd lost to Ian, one down.
Yes, that was a real tough game. They were 2 up on me and Leon when we walked onto the 14th tee box, and Leon and myself won 14. We halved 15, if I can remember, and then half 16, and then we won 17 to actually go all square. And unfortunately, I don't stroke on the stroke 1, which is the 18th, and it was a bit hard to win the hole when my partner hit his second shot into the bushes left. So Ian and them made a par in the last hole to win it 1 up.
And then the final score was, what was it? Let me just recap. Kevin and Nico, 3 and 2 over the siblings, Graham and Vimpy. Right. Then we went on to the PM. So we did our swap. And don't forget, the first round was scramble drive, taking 9 from each. I thought that was great, the way we went about it. For me, personally, I think we got to the last and we were 9-9. We didn't even play the last. So I think Riyadh didn't have to hit his last shot. And you guys, how was your split?
The split was actually good. We did very well when it came to these splits in the scramble drive. I think with our opponents, and we actually thought that we were going to take this because Shannon was nowhere with his drives. And I think that at some stage it was 7 and 1. So 7 from Gerard's drives and 1 from Shannon.
Wow.
And then suddenly just found it fairways. And from there it's just game over. As soon as he started hitting the fairways, that's where we sort of lost the game. But
Ryan, any other crazy stats for you?
No, there wasn't any crazy stats. I mean, Andre and I, we sort of played. We said we both tee off and then just decide from there. I think at one point he had like 5 of his and I 3 of mine. But I mean, we just carried on going on and said, well, if we get to the last holes, then we'll do those. But we never got to the last hole, so I mean, it wasn't anything exciting from our side. We were just like, get to the hole and plan it out then.
Cool. We were kind of like, we need to try and keep it as even as possible. I think at one stage, Sudesh was 2 or 3 holes ahead of me, and then kind of swing back. Look at the PM. So we switched. Barbarians took on Sunday 2. Flick, you took on Fats and Bernard, and you lost again against Bernard.
Yes, man, this was a tight game. I mean, we were 2 up with 7 holes past, and then suddenly Fats from nowhere got 2 apiece. So we were all square. And then from about 11th hole, the rain started coming in, and I am so great in rain. So from there, it was just downhill fast. And then, just didn't manage to get it back. We had a chance in the last hole to take it, but my 6-iron approach shot was not great. And I think Mo was, I can't even remember where Mo was. But it wasn't great. And they made a par. Burns actually made a par from nowhere. And we lost 2 up.
Right.
And then
I'm not going
team. So we've got Martin Luke, obviously playing against the Kuna. And I think the weather also played a big role there. Kuna also, although he played from Kuna Senior now, played from a front tees. I mean, he's lost, after the summer, he lost like 3 or 4 shots. It's a bit tough. Then we had Riyad and Carl against Vaughan and Ashley. They lost 3 and 2. They were surprising though, but I know that Riyad, he's playing very well, and Carl obviously with Coach Terry, he's doing well. Then we've
and
got
2 of the big scores, 5 and 4 for Brian and Donna, and 5 and 4 for Frana and Jakob.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, obviously that sort of turned our games around, and obviously Ryan and Andre also getting a 3 and 2 there over Ian. So that kind of turned the things for us, and gave us some hope. So great golf by the backbone of the team, and unfortunately we just couldn't make it in the singles.
Ryan, you won one at least.
You won one at least. But I must say thank you to Andre. I think the weather got the best of Ian and Rudy, and myself included, really. But Andre, for I think about 4 or 5 holes, he just hit it down the fairway, got towards the green, he put it on, and he putted it in. And that actually got us the holes that we needed. So, and I think, unfortunately for Ian, the weather got a better of him, and he couldn't strike very nicely. So he was having a lot of errors, which he was putting stress on himself. But thanks to Andre, we got that one pulled through.
Ian's going to be practicing in the rain from now on, so he can get better at that. I promise you. When it's raining, he's going to be on the driving range. Saying, let's go to the other teams that played each other. Jason and Carl got one back at least, and one game against Shannon and Gerard. We had a good game against Kobus and Hansi. It went down to the 17th again. It was. We were kind of leading the whole way, but it was never over. And all I want to say is, Mr. Kobus, he had 3 double-stroke holes. So he was kind of there and thereabouts everywhere else. But whenever he double-stroked, he made par. Well done, Kobus. Yeah. That's how we do it. Okay, we won 2 and 1. Jamie, your game against Grant, 5 and 4, smashed them.
Yes, we got off to a fast start. Not so much really us. Gary and Bobby struggled a bit the first few holes, so we got pretty much 3 or 4 up after 4 or 5 holes, and then we just dovetailed really well. When they came at us, one of us was pretty much parring every hole, sort of on the way in. So, and being a Pom, I'm happy in the rain. As although I don't like it, I know how to play in the rain. I used to play cricket in that weather, so I was quite comfortable, although I didn't like it. But
and Donnie, an all-square game for you.
Yeah, we were. If I remember correctly, we were 1 down going onto the 17th tee box, and Leon and myself, we won that hole, and we were actually in a very good position until Wayne found his ball in the reeds, like way left of the green. I don't know how he got it out there, but it was an awesome shot from him there, and it actually landed on the green. And then for theirs, like he had a 2-putt to half my 4. So we walked off all square.
Nice. And the other games you would have seen. I'm quickly going to go through the singles, and the singles were virtual regarding points. So I'm going to pick out our guys. The rest you can kind of look at. Who's the first of our guys that I see? Jamie, you beat Kunrad 36, so you shot even. Kunrad Jr., 25 points. That's nice. The second round, you played well then.
Yes, as I say, I know how I have a game for the rain. I'm quite happy playing in the rain. I know the shots to make, so I'm solid in the rain, and obviously a bit better than Junior.
Ryan, unfortunately, you lost by 2 points. 22 points is not the greatest day in your history of golf.
No, you can see the rain really affected me there, but yeah, no, it was.
Nice. Donnie, 36 points with your handicap. That's good.
Yeah, no, I must say it's like it was a round where it's like bad shots turned out good, and from there I capitalized. So yeah.
As you can see, gentlemen, that Thursday made 8 points out of the 12 available points here, and this is where they really took it because of the lower handicap guys. Even if they didn't shoot crazy points, they were more effective, let's say. So they got 8 points. So that really, the virtual singles is what took it for you. If you go to Sunday One versus Barbars, Fricky, where are you? Oh, myself, I had a great round. I really played well. And 36 points, I will take that every day, especially in those conditions. And what happened with you, Fricky?
I was in the previous one.
Okay.
First one. You missed it. First one.
Oh, sorry. You lost by 1 point. Sorry for you.
Yes. Sorry, man.
No. And then just to go to Sunday One, 7.5. So we also made a run for it. Sunday One finishing second by a point. So there we have it. That's how it all ended. If you want to look at the final results, this is not right because we are going to, we'll enlighten you now where we've realized where things have to change. So what did we learn from the shootouts? A, is people were not prepared for the rain at all. We should have brought towels because we knew it was going to rain. But yeah, we rock up saying, yeah, it's not going to rain. We should have brought towels. We should have brought a change of clothes. We should have brought something. Like my golf glove. After it, funny enough, I was on the 11th when it came down. Wet everything. By the 12th, it was gone. Then by the time we got back to 11, it started raining. We're standing on the fairway again like this, and it started raining. But that lasted 3 or 4 holes with the persistent not making. It was tough. So the guys weren't prepared. The second thing is we're still trying to figure out how half the field had to wait 2.5 hours for the other half of the field. Because that was great. When I got in, I said to Fricke, and we looked at the live scoring, and the guys were still on the 10th. So I don't know how that happened. I don't know if guys were playing slow. I know a few guys stayed in the clubhouse, but we were kind of saying, keep going. Everybody's getting wet, so you might as well get wet and get done. Because when we're supposed to finish at 5, we finished almost at 7, which is crazy. Yeah. So that also put a bit of a dampener on things.
Yeah, I just think some guys struggled a lot more in the rain than other guys, which I think caused a massive delay.
I think that's like I'll agree with Ryan. If you take, I don't think a lot of guys know how to play in the rain. And also like you said, Maz, it's stop started. So the guys will like take jackets on, and a lot of the guys I think also don't like to play with big rain jackets or rain suits. Then they'll take it off, and basically it's like for a little bit hit.
It's a mess.
So I think that also just took a lot of time.
Well, put it this way, the guys from Africa were pulling their hair out because the carts are supposed to be back at a certain time. And like 2 hours later, the carts are still out in the thing. They don't know what to do because they knew what was happening with us. But they're kind of trying to close shop and go home. And 2 hours later, they're still sitting there. So we apologize if you're watching from IF Africa. We'll try. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. And then the third and main thing, which has now triggered a rule, is so we do the scoring. Right, we announce the winners. Then on Monday, I put all these graphics together, and I go through everything, and I can't get to the same points that Ryan had, only to find out that subsequently, after the fact, guys had changed scores on score capture. So there was 4 or 5 scores that were changed to alter the results, and that can't happen. That really can't happen because what happens? You change those scores. It could have been another team that won. Right? Let's take it into a league game, for instance. You could have, all of a sudden, if I had to get the phone call the next day, Maz, I made a mistake with my scorecard, I updated it, I actually won. You know where I'll tell you to get off. Because by the time prize giving happens, it is your player responsibility to make sure your score is right. Don't get in the car and bugger off. Right? Oh, I'm tired of the rain, fuck this. Oh, sorry. This is how irritating it was. Right? Right?
Absolutely.
They go off, they don't check the scores properly, and then they check it when we go home after we've announced the result, and then not half, 5 or 6 scores have changed. So from now on, Ryan, we'll press that button. When prize giving happens, score capture is locked. So if you have not done it properly, I'm sorry for you. Am I right?
Correct.
100%.
It just can't happen, gents. It can't happen. And I can see that will happen because you'll get that guy who's going to complain that he's won, but he hasn't done the thing properly. So by prize giving, there's a lot. The last guys are coming in on prize giving. They've got 10 minutes. There's no excuse for everybody else to make sure that the score is right in score capture. No excuses. Okay.
Just to add to that, remember we've got a score card as well. So the 4-ball needs to make sure that the scorecard and the score capture app is correct. If you leave, I mean, that's it. If there's any mistakes, we actually want to put in a rule that if you make changes or if there's a mistake after the prize giving, the whole 4-ball will get penalized. So we ask the guys, make sure that the score capture and scorecards agrees before prize giving, because I don't want other people to SMS me or Ryan or even Mazo that there's changes. Well,
okay.
Just my 5 cents also, man. Sorry, I know we're going on, but yeah, I think it just opens up a can of worms for a lot of stuff. You know, it's like, why did the guys, like my first question is, why did the guys only the next day do it? You know, it's like to alter scores. You know, it's just, you know, for me, it's not right. You know, it's like you've got a halfway house to quickly check scores for the first 9, you know, and then basically it's like you carry on, and it's like, I've got this, like normally if I don't score, I still got a scorecard, you know, it's like, and always, you know, it's like, try and look at like the scores at halfway to make sure that everything is right and everything. So it's the whole 4-ball's duty. But just for me, it's like, you know, to change scores afterwards, it's just not on. Doesn't feel ethical.
Moving on, everybody. Moving on. Gary says in the chat line, Gary said it was good to have the scramble in the morning, which it does, because we really got to our second tee-offs on time. So well done, everybody there. Graham says, Nico and Kevin played awesome. They didn't miss a fairway. It was tight. Gary says, adding the par 3s also was a great idea for the scramble. Peter has joined us. Evening, gents. Ian, 2 areas to practice. 1, practicing the rain, playing from a championship tee for Highland Gate. There you go. Now you know. White Tigers joined us. Carts were breaking down. You know, that was another issue. Like, come on, man. Like, surely. That's 20-minute delay there, having to wait for a cart to come. We had 2 groups. Exactly. Gerard says, was it raining? Yes. I don't know. You're probably off the course by then, because you teed off first. You were like, poof, gone. Yes, the Graham says the tree fell over. That also cost it. It was very slow. It was like, if that never happens again in a shootout, I'll be very happy. Where else? It was. Peter says it was very tough. Peter Princess says like a maz for some reason. It's probably because I cut people out. And then Chris says DQ 100%. And that's why we have these shows, because we got to get on the same page, everybody. Shane Skinner says score capture should do it that automatically in match over scores. It should lock. Like a lot of guys don't lock it, but in case. But from now on, we're going to have to do that. Right, let's move on. The shootout is done. Now, we have to get into the teams for the next shootout. The top 10 of each league, plus the Barbarians at this point, and the wildcards. So you have something to play for. It's a whole season-long thing. And can we take the trophy off of Mr. Jamie Sherry? Well, I hope so. Let's share the love. But well played, Jamie. Your singles, kill them. Kill them. And your medals are on the way. You'll get your medals that you can hand out to your people very soon. I'd love to have had them before, but the place who do the medals only opened on Monday. But I managed to get the trophies today, which is awesome. So Thursday and Sunday we'll have trophies. Yay. Cool. Yay. I want to touch on the team series. If you missed a player auction and you're wondering which team you're in, or if you don't know, or if you do know, but let's just confirm with everybody. The Quack Train America, which is Captain America, I'm sure that's what he's going for, which is Graham's team. Graham is the manager. Shout out to Bruto. Ryan, you and that team happy?
Yes, very happy. It's quite nice. We've got a nice vibe going already.
Cool. Carl Davido, Leon Duplasani, Gerard Snyman. And it's also nice that people got split up and normally play together. Jenny Valenkamp, Bobby van der Spey, Chris Nokia, Andre Wessels, Koen Pretorius Jr., and Rudolf Broderick. the Mighty Ducks, which is Gary Mansfield's team. Flicky, you and Gary, you there?
Yes.
You support him?
Love it. And, obviously the Mighty Ducks name. So that's awesome for me. I love it. So that's going to be a lekker team.
Take us through it.
Yeah, so we've got Riyad Isaacs. I know him because of that last part. We all know about that. Then we've got the Thursday captain, Jamie Allbrown Sherry, Mr. Granville Williams, Kevin Ohoho, Rudy Tequila van der Walt, Stefan Henry, Wimpy, Grain de Forst Villiers, Paul Wallenkamp. I think that's going to be a lekker one against the wife. Mr. Junior Haman and Peter Zach. Yeah, I think it's an awesome team, and Mighty Ducks will definitely take it.
Hansi Haman's the Mafia, and I'm really looking forward to all the names that he's going to give these guys. Shannon Schaefer's in his team, Martin Tata, Brian Owen, Henry Sim, Vickers Lee, Jason Ivans, Jacob Minaman, Leon Oosthuizen, Sudesh Karib, Brandon Fenter, and Mark McConaughey. It looks like there's an extra N there. Yeah, there is. I'm sorry, Mark. Mark McConaughey. The Gladiators. Donnie, I'll let you go through it because there was a bit of a bidding war if you missed it for you.
Yeah, so our cappy Jaco Jacobs. Then we've got our I would say is our team mascot Granty, Dana Francois Scholes, Koen Pretoria Senior, Kobus Creer, Ashley Herman, Vaughan Williams, Holtzy, myself, Sarel, and then obviously Marius van Heerden.
Very nice. Now, if you're still not too sure how this is all going to unfold, and you're wanting to know, I was in, but I never got bought, well, I'll tell you how you're going to get bought. Every tournament, the teams are playing for credits. The winners will get 100,000 and so on, down to second, 75, 50, 30. There's bonus points for players or bonus credits for players who win their matches. If they win by bonus points, etc., make birdies. So they are, as a team, making credits in case people need to be relegated. Because if you lose by a bonus point, you forfeit. The two guys will fall out. You need to be sold back to the reserves, and two other guys need to be bought. Or if somebody's not available, you need to buy someone else. So the reserve pool as it stands currently, and the last line here is very important. New players can enter reserve pool anytime. You'll see I'm not even in this, right? Because I'm not available for the first 2 months. But for month 3 and 4, I will put my name into the reserve pool. So if the opportunity comes to get bought, somebody can buy me. So Ricky Pereira, Jaco Swanepoel, Dewald Pretorius, Leon van Orde, Shannon Sheldonstein, Josh Dathnow, Shane Skinner, and Grant Westfall, all worth 50,000. You will, I promise you, get a game at some point. So teams are earning credits in the tournaments, managed by from the reserve pool. As I was saying, a bonus point if you wanted to know, loss is 6 and 4 and worse. 6 and 5, 7 and then whatever it is. So it's going to be a lot of fun. The first one is in February. So it's soon. Soon. Yes, Frikkie.
As I want to double check, Dewald Pretorius. I think that's Dewald van Rensburg. I just want to make sure that that's the right one. Otherwise, okay.
100%. There was a lot of names. I typed over 60 names, so I was about to make a mistake somewhere. So I apologize, Dewald. Okay, handicaps, everybody. Before we look at Thursday and Sunday, we're going to look at the handicaps. So if you tuned in specifically to watch what is happening with the handicaps, Ryan is going to take you through it. Ryan, are you ready?
I hope so.
You hope so. We've got 5 pages, and he's going to break it down for us. And we'll interject. If you want to interject, say something, and we can discuss it. So, here we go.
Sorry, go back quickly. Just go back. Okay, so I just want to lead into this. So we actually had a committee that helped us decide making certain decisions. So, there's a couple of guys, Lucky, Francois, Collins, Ian also was on, me, Ryan, you were also on there. So just keep in mind that this decision has been made by a panel. And I believe that it's the right way for us to do it. Keep in mind that also there won't be different handicaps. It's going to be one. We are going to be a little bit more strict on exceptional rounds. But calculation, all that kind of stuff, Ryan will take us through. But keep in mind that it was a decision by a panel of handicap committee.
Quite a few guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll add another piece. That was started. Sorry, Donnie, you can go next. That was started during the Nedbank challenge. Right. All of a sudden, this handicap group started, and I was doing my thing. And when I looked at my phone, like 2 hours later, there was like 200 messages. I went boss, but at least they figured it out. Donnie?
Yeah, no, I just want to just to explain to the guys why this happened. It's like we just want to give everybody an equal chance to win. It's like if you look, last year, it's like I think a lot of the mid to higher handicappers won games, but we also want to give lower handicaps a chance to also perform and win, and also we want to try and get the scores to like a -2, -3, -4 that wins, instead of like a -6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because half the guys will see a -6 after 9 holes, and then they get despondent because they might be on -2, and then they just don't care, and then they don't finish the game, properly.
Or they
So
handicap manage.
that's it. So we just want to give all the guys, a proper chance. I think everybody can say it's like if it's like leaders at -2, 3, 4, anybody can stand a chance to win, and that's what we want to try and do. We want to get more winners across this season. That's what the main goal.
Okay, Ryan, are you ready now?
I'm
Take two.
ready. Take two. Let's
Good
try
luck.
this again.
Here we go.
Okay.
For the
So,
new guys
guys,
as well.
yeah, for the new guys as well, I'll try and go through this as best as I can. So as you can see, we've got a maximum handicap. So men's are capped at 30 and women's are capped at 46. There we can see new players with higher handicaps can only be increased after 6 scores. Those are guys that you can come and query us if you think the 30 is a bit unfair, because there are a few guys, very few, but there are a few guys that are higher than 30 on their H&A handicaps. And then the H&A handicaps, as we know, everybody, you pay your membership fee to have a H&A handicap. So if you do not have one, your first game you'll play off a 0 handicap, and from there we'll calculate a Duckhook handicap, and then you'll receive the field's average points, so that at least you've got a chance in the rankings there. And
Which
then
is normally more than what you would have got anyway.
which more than you do it. Often it's between 29 and 31 points. And then, the ranking points are obviously calculated from there. And then from then on, you'll play with, you'll play off 75% of your Duckhook handicap. We simply find this to make it fair for the guys that actually pay for an H&A handicap, and you now don't have a handicap, you only have the Duckhook handicap. So we just feel that by deducting that 25% sort of puts it on a fair playing ground. Any new players that, if you do have H&A, you'll play off 80% of your H&A handicap for the first game. Thereafter, you'll have a Duckhook handicap, and then obviously the lower of your Duckhook and H&A handicap that you'll have there. Then let's move to the next slide.
Here it is.
Just to add on, yeah, long story. Just to add on, we don't have to move the slide, but just to add on to the previous slide, this year we will be applying the 95% allowance on the game. So whatever your playing handicap gets calculated for the day, we'll do a 95% of that, and then the lower of. And then we've got live scoring. As everybody knows, Duckhook's big thing, one of the major things is live scoring, and that's what we do. That is what we love about it. It has to be done. No exceptions whatsoever. There is 4 players per group. One of you at least can do live scoring. If everybody's registered, everybody has phones these days. There's no excuses there. Guys that aren't entering scores on the live scoring will be penalized 2 points. And if it's a repeat offense, we will look into that and penalize or DQ from there. Score should be entered after every hole is completed. If you do that, completed after every hole, that makes it easy to compare from the physical scorecard to live scoring. When you threw 9 holes and when you threw 18 holes, it makes it so much easier. The live scoring is very nice and simple to use. It does have a scorecard on there that does show you, which you can sort out.
And it takes 2 seconds.
Exactly. It takes us 2 seconds. And then this comes into what our previous comments were, that entering late or after the round will affect decision making. So we will decide on the DQ or however serious that offense is.
Let me just jump in there. I know there's some players, and I know of players who enter every 3 or 4 holes, or after 9. Are you mad? Because how are we supposed to judge what's going on? You are chasing a score. Do I go for the green? Don't I go? Do I play safe? Blah, blah, blah. So if you don't enter the score after every hole, it's not fair on the other guys. Right, let's go more.
Yeah.
Okay, then the rounds will be closed at the start of prize giving. I do have the functionality to do that now. Usually score capture would close the round overnight from midnight, which would give the guys a chance to submit their scores on H&A, etc., and that type of thing. But now, since we've had these issues, at start of prize giving, scorecards will be locked, and that will be the final score, and we won't accept any issues on the day after, anything like that. So, and then For score capture handicaps, depending on, like now this week, we've got tomorrow Thursday, and then we have Sunday's game. So there's a lot of admin that goes into it. So when we set up live scoring, often we only set up the live scoring and add the players into live scoring the day before. If you happen to catch it when we have set that up, the handicaps are not final on score capture compared to the T sheet that we've sent out. On score capture, it might differ. A lot of guys that don't have H&A, score capture then calculates a handicap for them, which does not really align with our Duckhook handicap. So your handicap might be different to what the T sheet has sent out. Please do not take that as that there's a difference, or you're worried, or you don't know what is going on there. On the day of the game, then we do a final handicap check. As we know, H&A calculates every 24 hours. So on the day of the game, we go run through, check the final handicaps, check the H&A, and then score captures handicaps gets updated for the players. At least about an hour before the first tee off, I do try and get it done by then. But it is up to the players to check that your handicap is correct by the time you tee off, or by the time the first tee off is there, so that if there is an issue, I can sort that out. But yeah, please keep in mind that score captures handicaps is only finalized on the day of the game.
Ryan?
Yes.
Sorry, man. Can I maybe put a request? Is there any chance that the guys can rather try and sort out handicaps before you tee off if you're on the field? Because
It should be
it's very
before the tournament starts. Come on, man.
I agree 100%, but that's what I'm just saying. You know, at least before Ryan starts, because I mean, he also wants to concentrate on a game.
Exactly.
And,
The poor guy's trying to win a tournament, and then he's getting WhatsApp saying my handicap's wrong. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah. Correct.
So, yeah.
Do that before the tournament starts, please. On the day, not the day before.
Yeah, on the day. Like I said, I do try at least before an hour of the first tee off. I try and have score capture finalized. So that gives an hour before the first group tees off already to start querying if there is a mistake. So you can have a look at that. But yeah, before I tee off is also not a problem. But let's try and keep it before the first tee off. Let's try and keep it as a standard. And then any handicap queries must be done before the. So that's pretty much what we've gone through now. That's the player's responsibility. Physical scorecards must be done in a 4-ball to compare to live scoring. This is very important. I know that technology is going there, that we can start using electronic devices against the live scoring, etc. and that. But there are guys that are still learning on how the scoring works on a 4-ball and all this. So we need to make sure that the mistakes are at a minimum. So if you have a physical scorecard that you can compare to live scoring, then you know you're correct. You know there are no mistakes. We can just have it going smoothly. And then players cannot do both live score and scorecard. So if there's two cards with on the same 4-ball, you can't have the one card guys doing both. It has to be one. Somebody has to do a physical scorecard and somebody has to do live scoring. If it's the same guy and he makes a mistake, he's going to duplicate the mistake onto the other system. That's why we make sure that somebody does a live scoring and somebody does a physical scorecard, and then you can compare. Again, that way mistakes are eliminated.
Let's just go to the chat line. Would you like to answer your father's rant here? So again, the high handicappers get screwed, basically is what he's saying, because of the 95%. Because if you are a 40 handicap, you're probably going to lose 3 of strokes compared to a 1 handicap who will lose nothing.
I see that my partner also commented. Can I comment on that one?
Yeah, go for it.
So the thing is, if you're playing off a, let's say, 36 handicap, your ability to shoot a -9 is pretty good. Not for a scratch golfer like Donnie. So what we have done with this 95% thing is, instead of shooting -9 and taking the win, you will now shoot -6 and still take the win. If that makes sense.
Pretty much. It's a discrepancy of, it's a sliding scale. You know, if we look back at the history of last year, there were so many guys who were high handicaps who shot -8, -7, -9. It was, it became an issue. Uncle Eddie says, during my last year of playing with Duckhook, don't screw my handicap. Oh, it is his last year. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. So, Mr. Eddie, we'll look after you for this last time. Just, here's an example. Eddie's an example. He shot -10 at Benoni Country Club.
Yeah, correct, yes.
So he would have still won, but maybe on -7. Yeah.
Yes, correct, yes. Looks a bit better for him.
Here we go. Here we go. -3.
Okay. Right, now let's get into how the actual handicaps get calculated. We're going to just focus on Duckhook at the moment because H&A, we know, have their own calculations. So What we've done this year is we've gone back to a single handicap. We no longer have a handicap per league as what we did last year. We've noticed that with the single handicap, that seems to be a bit better. What we've done now is we're going to calculate your handicap of your best 6 of your last 10 games. So, in other words, of your last 10 games that you've played, we are rolling over from the last year's games. So, if your last 10 games from last year to now, the best 6 will be calculate your handicap. And then, obviously, once you play January, that'll become one. And then your 10th one will fall away, which will become the new one. Then the 96% rule, that just means with the best 6 that we have, we calculate the differential. And then we times that basically by 96%. That is what H&A does, and so we've just sort of incorporated that calculation into it as well. And then, as we can see, the allowance of 95%, which we've now discussed, is applied this year. And then on our website, where the handicap page is, and on H&A, the allowance table is there. I've added it onto our Duckhook website as well, so it's easy for you guys to have a look. So there is both places. You can have a look at the table, and it will show you, for example, the 95%. If your Duckhook handicap is 9, with a 95%, it will stay a 9. If H&A is 11, with your 95%, it will change over to a 10. And then the lowest of the two is your plain handicap for that event. I think it's pretty simple for that. And then any exceptional rounds, as you can see, we've now sort of separated it as to 40 and 41 points. Then instead of the 96% rule, you'll have a 90% rule, which will stick in for those 10 rounds, because obviously you've got to play 10 rounds for that round to fall out. And that particular 40 or 41 point of yours will become part of your best 6. And then, as you can see, for 42 or more points, we've applied an 80% rule there. Again, instead of 96%, it'll be the 80% applied for the next 10 rounds, which then that obviously forms part of your best 6. This way, we found that for the last 10 rounds, it sort of evens out the playing field for as your playing performance stays along there. That for the 10 rounds, we think that is just the most fair way of calculating it. As Frikkie Maz said before, there were hundreds of messages on that committee group. We discussed a lot of things, and we looked at things all different ways and everything, and we have found that we believe we have found the best way of going forward with the handicaps. And if there's any questions on the calculations, you can go and have a look on the handicaps. We have explained it a lot in a lot more detail there. If there's still questions, please do contact me or Frikkie, or I want to say Maz, but Maz is.
No.
I'll be like, contact Ryan.
Contact Ryan.
Jamie, any questions? Does it make sense, Jamie?
Yep.
You're still with us. Okay, we got another page. Here we go.
Right, and then this is especially for new guys. If you have less than 10 rounds, then as you can see, it'll be the best one with the average. We're using the 96% rule. If you've played 2 games, the best 1. If you've played 3, the best 2. Then 3 or 4, 4 or 5, and then it jumps to 6 out of the 10 games. So it's just to try and get you at least to have a Duckhook game, because very long ago we used to have it that you got to play at least 4 rounds or so before you can get a Duckhook handicap, and to force somebody to play off scratch, for example, for 4 rounds is just a bit harsh. So we've now done these calculations that at least from the first round, if you don't have 10 rounds, you can at least get a Duckhook handicap, and this way you at least can go move forward there.
Cool. We have one more graphic, and this is to explain how the starting handicap, am I right, is working for the year.
Yes. Now, for the starting handicap for 2025, we needed to try and convert all the league games, because we each had like 4 Duckhook handicaps. We need to try and convert that back into a single handicap. So what we did is we took all your games that you played in the 2024 season. We took all of them, and we took the best 40% of those games, and then we calculated an average, and that is your starting handicap for 2025. So in this case, this example, say this guy played 10 games in the 2024 season. You can see I've bolded and underlined his 40% best games, which in this case will be the 4 games there. Then you can see we've calculated them together, averaged them out, and there you can see the starting handicap. And there you go. That's your starting handicap for 2025. And then from the first event going forward, we'll do the 6 out of 10. It will start calculating like that.
And the cap is 3.
And the cap is 3. So if your handicap is 3, your cap is 6.
So you can't go more than 6 for the year.
Correct, yes.
Keep practicing. Keep practicing.
As I've got one thing, I see Peter Zach has commented here, as far as you know, HNA doesn't apply 96%. We do know that, but when we started the Duckhook handicaps, HNA did have a 96%. But for our calculations, that we feel that works for us.
Works best. Anna also says, luckily 90% of scratch is 0, which I like. Thanks for watching, Anna. That's pretty cool. We've got Peter Zach, the applied when talking best 10 of 20. HNA is 8%. But Peter, we're our own thing. We don't exactly do what HNA. We've got to look after what we're doing, to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, if you have any questions, Donnie, any questions? You just guys are happy.
I've got a question for Ryan. So let's say, for instance, a gent in the season shoots let's say 2 or 3 rounds more than 42 points. What happens there? Does it just still stay at 80%?
Well, look, those 3 rounds are going to become part of those best 6 of his, and it's going to become the 80% rule or the 90% rule, depending if it's 41 or 40 or more than 42 points. It's just going to apply those rules. But then, obviously, those 3 rounds will be part of his best 6, which then obviously will calculate to lower.
Anyone else?
Donnie, I hope that we don't have something like that. So if it does happen,
yes,
we'll have to implement a decision making. So obviously, we'll consult with a couple of guys. But if that happens again this year, then we'll definitely cut him big time. But
imagine
0.96 and then 0.8 and then a 95% thereof. That guy then is a massive ringer. I'll call him out. So yeah.
Imagine, I was about to say, imagine shooting 41 plus or whatever to get a double exceptional, and then you go do it again, and then you go do it again. That can't happen. Not in golf. Boys and girls, that is it for that. We're going to quickly go through Thursday and Sunday one, because we've been on air for an hour already, which is incredible how the time has flown. And it's past Jamie's bedtime. So, Jamie, I need you to hold on for another 20 minutes or so.
I've got a trophy to polish, so crack on, guys.
Do you sleep with it? Is it in the bed?
Before
on
the wife
side?
goes to bed, I need to polish my trophy.
Very good. Just to remind everybody, I just want to make sure we didn't miss any videos here. Yeah, I'm going to play this one because I like this video. Because we're all playing for this. And this is what league games accumulate to, because you're earning ranking points to make majors and trying to get into the classic for Nux.
Nothing can stand in my way. I am a champion. Nothing can stand in my way. Opponents are my damage. Nothing can stand in my way. Competition's invisible. Yeah. Oh, I am invincible.
Yes. Who will be the champion 2025? My money's on Donnie.
Donnie first need to play there. Come now, Donnie. Come.
He will be there. I've already blackmailed him. Donnie will be there.
I already said I'm in.
Cool. Don't forget, the player of the season wins a set of irons and a bag, and the league champions wins a year's supply, which is 12 dozen golf balls. Jamie and Fricky, you haven't lost any of them yet. You're waiting?
No, I haven't used mine yet.
Good man.
Yeah, but
That's
the
good.
thing is, Fricky can open up a golf ball shop.
He can. He's probably never going to have to buy a golf ball in his life again. Same with Jamie. Jamie, if those don't last at least 3 years, then I don't know.
No. It only lasts a year. Trust me. It only lasts a year.
That's another golf balls. Okay, Thursday League. Tomorrow, Ruimsig. Let's have a look at what the Thursday League champions look like. All the way back. Look at that. 10 years. 2014. Sean Salmon took it. Some of these guys are going to look at these names and say, who are these people? But it just shows you how we've moved through the years. 2015, Vanna Pretorius. 2016, Andre Kotzer. 2017, Bruce the Toy. 2018, Carl Jacques. Fricky, you took it in 2019 and in 2021. Simon Meyer, you sandwiched him in 2020. And then 2022, Jean-Andre. Jason took it in 23. And Jamie is on top of the list in 2024. So who will be the champion of Thursday League this year? The answer is me.
I think
Positive thinking.
Positive thinking. That's all it's about. golfers need to be positive. Right, let's have a look at the Ruimsig info. I'm going to do this, and everybody's going to shuffle there quickly. The info, and we take this, whoops, that's not the one. We take this from the last time we played. The last time we played there on the Thursday League, the ranking, South African ranking is 72nd in Gauteng, 29th. The course record is 62, Donnie, so if you know what to aim for.
Thank you.
Last year's winner was Jason. So the key is to beat Jason, because this is Jason's golf course. He's won there twice in a row. He loves this golf course. So if you don't show up, he's going to win it. So our aim is to dethrone him from winning at Ruimsig every time. The average handicap last year was 14, which is pretty low. Average points is 29, which is okay. And the gross is 94, which is okay. The problem, I think the reason the points are so low and the gross is so high is because Nico Kruger played this day.
Ouch.
Because remember, this is where the story of Nico Kruger all started, and we want to see where it finishes, because he made 4 points on this day. Yes, you're not hearing wrong, 4 points. So the story started there until when he wins his 2 trophies this year and gets a tattoo. You see. Okay, that's how it goes. If you don't know the course layout, if you've never played there, I think Gerard de Brito has never played there. It's pretty wide open, but I hear the rough is pretty rough. Again, with all the rain, it's difficult to get the mowers through there. So don't leave the fairway. Okay, we can actually go back here. Don't leave the fairway. When it looks at the pins, these are the closest to the pins. It's going to be the par 3 fifth, which is always the case. Par 4 in 2 is going to be the concepts voucher. We all know that short par 3 13th, and the par 3 17th, the long par 3. So those will be the pins on the day. Let's have a look at the field. It's a nice field. We've got over 40 people playing, starting at 0742 all the way to 822 off the... Should we go to the first tee first? That might actually help. There we go. Kunrad and the father and son pairing taking us off. They start the season with Hilton and Rudy. Paul Vallenkamp, Dean Vallenkamp, another pair of brothers with Simon and Neville. Myself, I'm playing with newcomers Henry Vermeulen and Neil Theron. And then Riyad Isaacs joins me. I think it might be the first time I play with Riyad. Jamie, you're with Kevin Ho, Kero O'Connell, and Amu Maloleke. And then Oosted, Grant Nell, Kieran Reynolds, and Leon Kruger. Your beers will be ready for you when you arrive. Moving to the 10th. Hello to Bruto, Granville, Williams, and Donnie. Donnie, you're off early, so you can set the clubhouse lead.
There we go. That's the goal.
Rudolph has moved to 750 with Ian, Hansi, and Yakumin. So the 806 is a 3-ball. Anything else? Barnes is playing there. He's playing for 1. And Gary joined us, which is nice to see Gary on the Thursday League. Thanks for joining us. Ronnie Volherter is back. Hopefully, not only for Ruimsig, but hopefully he takes it serious. Because we know Ronnie, he was actually... when he takes it seriously, he takes it seriously. So if that is his attitude this year, he might be the man to beat. But we'll see how that all unfolds. So that is the Thursday League. We look forward to it. Everybody's got their player pack. There's still 2 spots left. So if you wake up or all of a sudden you reckon, I don't need to go to work, Frikkie, you can come join us.
Board meetings, unfortunately. So...
Board meetings? What's that?
Those things where you just take
but yes, if you're watching, that is what it is. We're going to quickly go to Modderfontein. Let's have a look. That's the start of Sunday 1. It's going to be great. That course is going to be... Donnie, you're a member there now, right?
Yeah.
Have you played there recently?
No. It's like I'm actually... I went into playing Sunday 1 because I'm actually playing my first league match so far on the following weekend. So it's another up game, but I haven't played there since I became a member. So, but yeah, looking forward to it.
I'm pretty sure that course is going to be spectacular. It's going to be really, really good. My money's on Gary because Gary loves that course. And he's due for a win. He hasn't won yet. And he will win that one. I'm putting my money on him now.
Okay. Another tattoo.
I'm making a lot of big predictions here, everybody. A lot of big predictions here. Okay. Who? Our past champions. Going back to 2016, Jaco Grobler won the first inaugural Sunday one. Then Van Tours, another trophy under his belt. Richard Stewart in 2018. Donna Perimal, 2019. That's when the shootout started. 2020, Donnie took it. Randall Chetty, 21. And Richard did it again in 2022. 23, Frikkie. And then Schaefer.
Ja, lekker.
Very nice.
Yes.
Let's have a look at the informazione. Here we go. Last year was a great finish because there was an opportunity for 3 guys to win it coming down the last. Jaco Jacobs set the clubhouse lead on 39 points. And then Frikkie had a putt to equal and win on a countback. I can't remember. And then Frana, the next one, he needed to make birdie to win. So that was tight. That was great. South African ranking, 49th. Let's not forget the Joburg Ladies Open will be held there again in April. Gauteng ranking, 19. Course record, 61, Donnie.
Yeah, yes. Low.
Yep.
Average handicap of 17. Points, 31. Gross, 94. So that's what we're aiming for this Sunday. Can Jaco Jacobs defend his title? He can't because Gary's going to win.
Yeah.
Except for yellow.
I can smell the false
Roughly.
coming.
I think Matt could be right on this one. If he's right, yes. Like
if I'm right, Gary, owe me a beer. The pins on the day is going to be the par 3 third, which is soon. Then the 9th is always there. The difficult 9th par 3. That might be the toughest hole in Gauteng when it comes to a par 3. And then the par 4 17th is going to be the closest in 2. That's what we can eye out. And then if we have a look at the field, it's growing nicely, and we hope to kind of get it done by Friday because we're running out of time. And then it's on us. Have a look, everybody. Obviously, there's no handicaps because we've got to wait for the Thursday to finish before we add these handicaps. So Ryan will be working very diligently and very hard in the background to get the player pack ready for Friday afternoon. Mark, you're off to start the Sunday League 1 with Shane Skinner, Carl Davido, and Glenn Williams. And then just peruse your eyes. I'm only going to choose the guys who are on the show. Ryan, you 1154. You're playing with your father, Sudesh, and Peter. Gary, at least he comes in, so you'll set the clubhouse lead at 12:02, and then have to wait for 1, 2, 3, 4 balls to take the victory. I thought I got Carl twice, but it's actually Carl Davison up front and Carl Davido. So that's going to confuse me going forward completely. So 2 different people. It's not a typo. Frikkie, you're playing with Leon Martin and a newcomer, Jacobus Erasmus.
Yes. Yeah, looking forward to that one. And Martin is getting the right on the Buffalo card. So, finally, after so many years.
He got in there first. Newcomer Barry White is joining us. He will be with Juanita and Rudolph and Morris von Heerden. Any other newcomers here besides Davison? Werner Slabbert's new. And I always urge everybody, them, the first experience is the most important experience. So if you have somebody and you are a senior duck and gone through the ropes, look after them. Make them come back. Make them feel special. Get them to, I always say to them, stay afterwards, because that is very important. If you stay afterwards, that is the opportunity to meet the new ducks. Have a beer. Hi. Oh, this is how cool we are. Lekker. So make the effort to stay. The 10th tee. Graham de Villiers, Lucas Burke, Gerard de Bruto, Juliet Horn. Juliet joins us for her first Duckhook event. Good luck, Juliet. I hope you have a great time. Then Kendall Herman is joining, which is Ashley's better half. She joins us, which is great to have. We've got a few ladies joining us this year, which is awesome, because Daniela Caldera is another lady who joins us. That's going to be great. And then I'm playing with 3 newcomers, Gordon Postma, Tommy Fenter from Cape Town. Remember when there was a Cape Town League? Tommy used to play in the Cape Town League. He's moved up to Pretoria and he's joined us. He's taken a big membership because he's playing every Sunday league. And then Jonathan Tertherwee, something like that. I'll have to learn. I'll have to ask him how he says that name. Donnie, you playing with Sheldon Stain and the Coonrods. New player
That's
Carl Chris Swanepoel is with us. Thank you for joining us. I did see a comment earlier. Very nice. I hope you have a great day. Henning Pretorius, he's also new. He'll be joining us. And then PJ and Amaleke. Let's see if we can fool one more 4-ball before the end of it. That's how it feels. Boys, I'm just running through my little windows here to see if I haven't left anything out. It doesn't look like it. I'm going to leave everybody with a final comment before Jamie goes to bed. Please, Jamie, give us your final comment. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Yes. Obviously, with being Jason's pretty much home course, I'm hoping for a second place.
Aspirations of winning the league again?
No. After seeing Grant, having to look after Grant on Sunday, walking around in his pants, I think I'll buy my own balls next year.
Very good. Okay. Ryan, any last comments?
No, just I see one of the comments there. Someone saying that H&A is a corrupt system, and they've got their little comments there about it. That's why we have a Duckhook handicap, and I'll leave with that.
Martin says, marathon show, well done. Ooh, tell me about it. It's a lot of talking, boys, a lot of talking. But we're done. I promise it won't get longer than this. Nico, always has something nice to say. Cool. Donnie?
Just good luck for all the guys playing tomorrow. Hopefully we've got some good weather, and then also for Sunday. And good luck to everybody. Have a great end of the week.
I can tell you the weather patterns have changed. I don't know what it is. Global warming, El Nino, whatever that is. For sure, the last week, the weather patterns changed. So we just hope that the Duckhook luck keeps going and we get through it. Frikkie, last comment with you.
Yeah, no. Thank you, Mazza, for the show. All the guys, Thursday League champion, well done. And to all the Ducks that's making this happen, we thank you. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have been here. So thanks. Looking forward.
Let's make it an unbelievable 2025. I want to remind everybody that word spreads. So if you can share things on social media platforms, that helps a lot. It started, I'll give you an example. A lot of guys started doing it, and these are where all the new players are coming from, because they see it's amazing what happens when things are shared, right? And then I want to say, I had a good point to make. Wait.
We love you.
It was something about Jamie, but I can't remember. Oh, that's what it was. The closer to the pins, what the nice thing is that it's not only towels this year. Strixon have given us a whole variety of caps. So big caps, we go through caps. So close to the pin, there will be a lot of caps for grabs. And Strixon's a great sponsor, so I want you to support them because they do a lot for us. And win those balls so you can put it on your bar. That's the end of the show. We'll see you tomorrow. Next week, we'll review these two and preview Wingate. And then we get into February. February bookings will open on Monday. And then we do it all again. It's going to be awesome. See you later, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thanks,